Genji 2 is an action game which is based on Japanese history. Being based on history, the stages of the game will also be based on famous battles which actually took place in ancient Japan. So here's this giant enemy crab.
Monster Hunter Stories 3. You like Monster Hunter Stories, right?
Yep.
Pokemon Hunter?
Pokemon Hunter.
No, I played it. I never beat it though.
I'm very excited for 3.
Enemy crab.
Or I played 2. I never played the first one, but I did play 2. 3, I'm actually kind of excited for because it also doesn't look very cartoony as well. That was the one thing that kind of put me off of the second one a little bit.
Like they're slowly getting closer and closer to a less cheapified, like with each game.
Yeah,
And the monsters
I'm liking it.
Your monsters are also getting bigger.
I'm excited. Sounds cool.
Yeah, because we got a little bit of gameplay footage, and looks like traversing is going to be much better in 3 than in 2.
Can I sprint?
I mean, they showed Magnamalo just straight up running up a wall,
Ooh,
and like you can just fly around on the flying monsters in that one.
Are you guys ever gonna go back to Wilds?
Dude, I mean, yes, I will. Like, I enjoyed it, but none of us are all playing it at the same time. You know, one of us goes back and it doesn't work, and the other person goes back and does one hunt, and then, you know, like I platinum the game. Like, I don't have anything left to do except fight the new monsters.
I went back and played it. It runs now. Thank God. After I fixed it, I had to fix it, by the way, by deleting the old shader file. That's what I had to do in order to actually get the game to run again.
Recache your shaders.
Yep. Oh my God. I was like, really? This is what we're doing? But they have a new collab with Fender, so you can get a cool guitar, dude.
The guitar?
Yeah. Isn't that great?
I think I'm sick of collabs. I think I'm sick of crossovers and collabs. And what's the Fortnite one that's happening?
Isaac?
Oh, I mean, I know. Is it Binding of Isaac?
Isaac's in there, I think. There's like a new leak or like a new announcement for like what's coming to Fortnite like every week. It's hard to keep up, but I think I'm getting like in Steam. Yeah. Isaac literally in the what's new section of my Steam library is Isaac in Fortnite. What the under a Binding of Isaac like news announcement.
Hooray. The only one I'm actually kind of excited for is Omega is coming. I don't know the date. It's sometime this month, I'm pretty sure. He's not already in the game.
Omega Weapon?
Yeah.
I thought there was just a Final Fantasy crossover with something too.
The Omega Weapon, right?
Yeah.
No, for Final Fantasy 14.
Oh,
They're doing something as well.
I think they also have a Monster Hunter thing that's crossing over. Because I think they're both doing it.
Yep, just like last time.
I just can't. I don't know what it is though. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's Silas. What's his name?
It's Arkfeld, right?
God,
Bill.
Arkveld. Yeah, I just call him Silas because that's what he reminds me of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Arkveld is coming to Final Fantasy.
Neat.
Hey, you get to fight the dude with the chains.
We should do a collab.
We should do a collab.
We should. Let's collab with Ruby.
No!
We're gonna do a Ruby podcast, and I'm just gonna listen to you guys talk about Ruby and get mad for an hour.
Fuck it, I'm down. We can do.
I just watched a H Bomber guy's video on Ruby. He's just trashing it for like 2 hours.
Dude,
like,
that show, like that is one of those shows that had so much potential at the start that they just dropped it so bad. And
yeah,
after a while, like I was just watching it just because I couldn't believe it was real. Like there's no way this is not on purpose bad or just like they're not making jokes. Like this is insane.
Yeah. That's the Bomber guy video is he's like constantly saying this has good. His worst complaint is that
It threatens to be.
It keeps
threatening
threatening to be good.
Yep. Yep.
I was like, that's Yeah, I feel that way about a lot of things, actually, especially the Giant Enemy Crab podcast.
Hey.
Welcome, where we sometimes threaten to be good.
No, we don't. We never threaten to be
you're
good.
right.
We don't have a
That's
threatening
fair.
bone in our bodies. What do you mean?
Yeah, we're pacifists. I'm your co-host, Flint.
You can't even call yourself a pacifist without going.
I am the nicest guy in this room at the moment.
You're the only one in the room.
I am. I'm joined by KylarEmiya here
Hello.
and Strider1.
Hello.
Welcome, gentlemen, and welcome, listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and drop a like. It makes us feel really well, or wherever you're listening, really well. And this is going to be a weird time, all right? This is an off day. We all couldn't record last night. Instead, we were playing 2XKO, and we're going to talk about that. So we're doing it in the morning. This is our first morning recording.
I know. I feel so
think.
alive.
I don't. I'm just as tired as if I just
we
got
all
up.
that
sound
was
like
mine.
we all sound like we have literally just rolled out of bed.
I really
Kind of did.
Yeah.
You guys have been up. I just woke up. I've been up for a few hours because I got my doorbell rung at like 11:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it was me.
Oh, Girl Scout cookies.
No,
Did you buy some?
no, it was flowers. My work ordered me flowers for my grandma's passing.
Oh, that was
That's nice. I one time my work threw me a birthday party, but they don't know that I call out sick on my birthday. Every year, no matter what job I'm at. And they never did that again. I thought it was funny though.
I think it was last year for my anniversary there. They sent me an AI generated like card to celebrate my anniversary there. And I was like, wow, thanks guys.
Oh, what's the worst thing your job has ever done? Like for you, that's supposed to be like, hey guys, we appreciate you. And you're like, the you do? What is this?
Honestly, it was probably that.
Yeah.
But that was like some like corporate level thing that they sent over. Like my actual like bosses and everything are actually super chill. Like on the weekends, like they buy us food. Like they order, like sushi or, whatever for us every weekend that we can eat. So
Well, that's nice.
yeah, it's usually pretty chill. Or like we'll just order pizza on a Friday if it looks like it might be rough.
What are you saying, Jacob?
What I can think of is because I only have a few bad instances or anything that like along that lines, but the Christmas gift bag that we all got, which was like a $1.50 cup and a mint.
Mint, y'all
The mint was what got me when I pulled the mint out of the bag.
You can't underestimate a good mint, all right? That can change your day.
Also on our lockers, we had they put candy canes up last year. And then at some point someone stole mine.
Now, do you guys get
The Grinch came to your
Like I just came in, mine was missing one day. I was like, oh, okay.
That's funny. We had we made our company like 500 million more than it made the year before or something. So we all got $6 coupons to KFC, which isn't even enough to get a meal from KFC. I don't know what that was about, but nobody was happy.
They did that to my bosses after COVID, where they're like, yeah, we made such and such $1 million for COVID vaccines. Anyway, here you guys go. Have some coupon points.
Yeah,
they were
have
so mad.
You get some extra pharmacy points. What? No, I'm here to like, I never understood that. Like, I don't want to, I'm that asshole who's like, no, don't go to the pizza party. Give us a bonus. Like, I'm here to get paid, not to eat pizza. I can eat pizza at home instead of eating it with these weird strangers.
Pizza's pretty good.
And then
though.
by the time I show up, all that's left is pineapple and ham or whatever it is. There's never any good pizza left. I'm sorry. I have a little bit of PTSD.
He just wants the pizza.
It's a traumatic stress disorder.
Go away.
Speaking of traumatic stress disorder, Do we want to start with 2XKO today?
Let's start with 2XKO. If y'all don't know, 2XKO is Riot, the bringer of League of Legends and some other stuff. They have been developing a fighting game, and it's come out a few times in betas and alphas and whatnot. This most recent, is it an alpha? No, it's a beta.
No, it's a soft launch.
It's a balfa.
Balfa.
It's the most recent iteration of the game, and closed, so you had to get an email that wasn't hard to get in. And we all, since we've all kind of enjoyed our time with fighting games, we decided to really get into it. So the big thing about this game is it's they tell us it's developed by like pro fighting gamers, right? Like, this is supposed to be a free to play. It's a tag fighter. It's flashy. It looks really nice. It's and like I said, it's brought to you by, like, they're taking a lot of input from pro fighting game players, from, whoever's developing it. They're like, really, it's supposed to be like a fighting game for the people, is how it was initially explained to me through their own trailer stuff they were talking, like their own dev talks they were doing. So yeah, we spent this week kind of getting into that. I probably put like 4 hours in. I'm going to go ahead and just give it to y'all real quick. How are we feeling about the latest iteration of Project L? That was the original name, Project L.
Yeah. Whoever saw the League community and said, let's make a fighting game for these folks. Brilliant idea.
I didn't even think about that. Like, I don't think it's going to cross over that well.
No,
when it comes
they're too
to
busy
that,
playing League. What are you talking about?
You can't pull them away from that. They're addicted.
I don't know. It's hard, because the thing with fighting games and why they can be difficult to sort of critique too is because fighting games are very, very difficult. They're very complicated, and you can get very, very good at them. And when you're playing them, if you are losing to someone who's clearly better than you, it's not even like you cannot play the game. If you try to play the game, you get smacked in the face for it because you don't know what you're doing. Right. So a big problem with when we were trying to play this together on like in online matches is very often we would fight someone that clearly knew what they were doing, and we didn't even know how to like parry or anything. And we just got absolutely stomped.
That was my kind of, I mean, I have to give some leeway to that, because this being a closed test, like, the people who are playing this are fighting game fanatics, right? Like, this, like, regular folks aren't just picking this up. Oh, what's this? And there's no like real rank system to fight people of your same caliber. It's literally people who've been playing fighting games for decades are the people you're fighting, and they, like, day two know how to kill you in one hit. The amount of TOD videos, touch of deaths, I've seen is really kind of daunting. Like, I look at them and I'm like, I don't even know if I want to play when everybody's this good already. I definitely feel that a bit.
The game is, from what I can tell so far, it's kind of off-putting, because combos and everything in this game is relatively easy because they're so universal. Like, everyone has the same, light, medium, heavy, launch, medium, heavy, special. And like, that's, everyone can pretty much do that. So it can kind of get easy to get started in that sense. But there's so many actual mechanics in the game that just make it so daunting to try to do anything, where like you don't understand why some things are happening, because there's so many different like mechanics going on, where you're launching someone in the air and you don't know why they can tech towards you and you just get punched in the face for it, or you knock someone on the ground and they just roll behind you and punch you, and you don't know why you couldn't, how were they able to just roll off the ground when before, when I threw them, they weren't able to. And there's just tons of different mechanics like that can make it very difficult, even if you do the tutorial, because it just feels overwhelming.
I agree, man. Like, I was really excited because I was looking at a bunch of Reddit posts the other day, and like, everybody's saying this game is really easy. And I'm like, what are y'all smoking? Because it does have easy inputs. Like there's no Dragon Punch inputs or, DP inputs like you would expect from a lot of other fighters that are kind of hard to do. Everything's simple button inputs. And I think that kind of leans towards people saying it's easy to get into. But yeah, there's so many different game mechanics. The tutorial takes like an hour to do. And on top of that, it's a tag fighter. So, you can play a certain way that lets you only play one character, but most people, the most optimal way is to use multiple characters. So not only do you have to learn all these game mechanics, you have to learn multiple characters and how they work. And I was like, this does not feel easy in the slightest. And then I watched Maximilian Dude's video and I agreed with almost everything he said. The big one, which I guess is a meme that I hadn't seen, is that this feels like season 3 of a fighting game. There's just so much extra stuff in there. And I was thinking like, yeah, Guilty Gear used to be kind of easy, but now there's like there's all kinds of different stuff in there now that wasn't there before. Yeah. That would be difficult to pick up if you just started. And this is very much so feeling like a later version of the game. And this is where I was telling you earlier, where I wonder if this has that game dev problem that happens a lot, where the game devs are working so hard and so long on a game that they get so good at it that they forget how it is for the average person to pick up. Right. And they're like, this is fine. And it's like, no, not really. This is all just to say that we all kind of suck at it. Like, I don't feel like I'm going to be good at this game anytime soon.
Yeah. It's one of those things where the mechanics themselves are sound. Like there's nothing actually wrong with them. They all work fine. It's a thing where imagine trying to get one of your friends into it and you have to explain the 4 different off the grounds, yeah. Like the difference between a wall bounce and a wall slump and the different combos you can do into it. And it gets kind of a lot. It's just kind of a lot going on. Especially if it's like your first fighting game. And on top of that, this being a tag fighter too. And I think the one thing that makes it so punishing to try to play this game right now is the lack of any type of matchmaking or ranked at all, which is wild to me with how long this has been in development and we still don't have like a semblance of it by now. It doesn't make it any easier. It just, it makes the game feel kind of much harder than it even is.
It really kind of sucks the fun out of it, because even like we were fighting last night, right? And all of us are kind of still figuring out the controls. Strider here kind of has his muscle memory from the last time he played, and he knows the character that he likes. And so we were just getting wrecked, and it felt awful. It felt really, really bad. And I was like, we were playing for like 30 minutes and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it for the full hour. I mean, I think the video I'm going to put up in the background, but you'll just see Darius whooping all our asses and it feels as bad as it looks. I promise.
You guys hadn't learned the mechanic that shuts him down. So I just got free reign for the entire like 3 hours we played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I knew it, but I kept messing up the input because I didn't realize there's a macro for it, which is my fault. But I don't know. It's and I think we were talking about that too, where like there's some parts of the game and the issue this creates is the level of skill and difficulty can bounce dramatically just by knowing one of these other mechanics all of a sudden. So like Darius feels so overpowering until you learn that you can just parry a lot of his stuff. And then he becomes like a lot easier to handle. Like you can't just get, his red swing across the entire screen does not look as daunting anymore. Once you learn that you can parry it. Of course, there's the opposite where they can start like not doing it or just like throwing an assist in there to throw you off. But it gives you more options where before you're just getting, absolutely dominated, even though you're blocking everything successfully.
One thing that's kind of funny is a comment I read before we got in here on Reddit was somebody saying they were it was a review thread for 2XKO, and a lot of people were a few people were in agreement that if you came from an ArcSys fighting game like Fighters or Guilty Gear, this game does not mesh well with your experience. And I was like, maybe that's what it is. Because this feels like a game for the Marvel versus Capcom people, right? And I've never really played that aside from like as a kid alone in my room on PlayStation a long time ago, just messing around. And that's a tough game. Like if you ever go watch the tournaments for that game, I don't know what's going on, but you die from getting one tap. The movement is so extreme. I was watching some high level gameplay and it looks like, I mean, it doesn't, I've heard it doesn't feel like that, but it looks like when you watch high level Smash players and they're just rolling around, bouncing everywhere, like the movement is so extreme in this game.
Yeah, because it has wave dashing. The same thing as Marvel vs. Capcom, which very much speeds the game up to a kind of absurd degree.
It's fast, man. And some of the characters like Yasuo you were playing last night, some of the characters have built-in, Echo's got a built-in, I guess all the characters have built-in side swaps. What's the term I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Cross-ups. Yeah. I think they all have an overhead cross-up and some just have built-in cross-ups to their combos, which I don't know if Guilty Gear has some of that, I guess. I'm just not used to it. I will say towards the end of our session last night, I was starting to enjoy myself. I think I struggled in the first couple releases to find a character that I liked. I really like Blitzcrank. I think he's a grappler, so I'm kind of on board for that. He seems kind of broken in some aspects. In a way that's good for the Blitzcrank player, but I'd need more experience. And it's nice I was actually enjoying it, which so far I have not turned on this demo and enjoyed it at all. So that was a big turning point for me, which I was kind of happy with because it does have some negatives that I don't like the UI, whatever. Your menu systems are clunky and I don't
suck.
like that at all.
They're just bad. Honestly, I think I prefer the last alpha's menu. Maybe.
I thought we had problems with that. I think it's pretty much been the same. I don't know what changed, if anything.
I think it was a little bit different, but yeah, I still don't think it's good. The one thing I really don't like, I don't really like the roster, to be honest. Like the characters so far, I have not really meshed with any of them. The only one that I've sort of liked has been Echo. But even then, like I don't really enjoy him very much.
I
think you would need a lot more time.
This game doesn't have a traditional Shoto, does it?
I think Darius might be the Shoto. Like,
I mean,
he's got the full screen super.
He only just got the projectile.
Yeah. But yeah, that's still, he's got the DP, the projectile, the full screen super. I don't think I don't know if Marvel vs. Capcom has Shotos really either. I think the game's too fast for that.
I actually don't know what that means, to be honest with you.
Like a Ryu or a Ken, somebody with a DP and a fireball, like the traditional fighting game protagonist type guy.
He's missing the Tatsu, I think, is the only thing.
Yeah. So horizontal, long moving. He's got horizontal moves. He's got a lot of them. So I'd say he's probably the closest ever. There's so many setup there's, let's see, Echo, Jinx, Yasuo, and Ari. That's half the cast, and they are all like, if you're a fighting game god, you're gonna like these type of characters. Like they require so much labbing and setups and game knowledge, and when you have those things, you kill characters like it's nothing. But even the more easy characters, the bigger bodies like Braum and Blitzcrank and Darius, like something just still doesn't feel really good to me. Honestly, there's some, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about the game that just doesn't hit. And I was trying to figure it out before we were talking. Maybe it's so like you get your counter hits, right? And then you can instant dash cancel, I guess. But there's a lot of times where I'd get a hit and then like the combos that I have don't connect anymore. And maybe that's why, you get a counter hit in Guilty Gear, it's all day. But you get a counter hit here and you got to kind of figure out what you're doing from there. It may just be inexperience. I don't know, but something doesn't feel quite right to me. Like it has with Tekken or Fighters or Grand Blue or Guilty Gear. Like I was in those games pretty quick, and this one I'm still struggling.
Yeah, I think the last thing that's concerning about the game is the size of the roster, which is kind of just, I've seen it go both ways, where some people say it's not a big deal, but how many characters
tag
do we have
fighter.
confirmed? Because I think we have.
We have everyone.
I think there's 2 more.
We have everyone.
Is this supposed to be everyone? Because I thought they teased another one.
Timo.
I thought
Timo
I
was
heard Timo.
Yeah, Timo's announced. He's the last.
Okay, so we just haven't seen him in game yet. Then.
But he's going to be in the first battle pass.
Oh, is he confirmed as the next?
Yeah, because they were teasing. They were teasing the skins they exit, and then Timo's in the middle of it.
So how many characters does that make? Like 8?
10.
10?
Which is a really big problem for a tag fighter when you have 40% of the roster in a single game.
Not only that, but as of 5 days ago, 2XKO Intel, they just tweeted out that Ari, Braum, Darius, Echo, Ilaoi, and Yasuo will be playable as your default characters when the game releases. That's 6 characters for a tag fighter. That's crazy work, honestly. I don't know
It's
what
just
they're trying
crazy
to do there.
that even the devs have said that the roster size is a problem, and with one they need to rectify, and then they're limiting you to 6 of the 10 characters that are going to be there on launch.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like when you compound that with how long this game has been in development, like they've been making this for a long time.
7 years. Like
Yeah. And that's not to like call flack on the devs, because from what I understand, a lot of this has been made like from scratch. Like they've had to. I think this whole thing is like their own engine. I believe. So it's not like they're not doing their jobs. It's just the development cycle clearly has not been optimal. And I think there's been a lot of reworks of just whole system mechanics throughout the alphas and now the current beta too. So like they're still trying to get the fundamentals of the game down, but it's been a long time.
They started it in 2016.
Yeah.
And this is Riot. Like Riot isn't some broke boy little development studio. Like Riot is God money. So I don't know. And I'm looking at some of these comments and they're kind of right. Like one of them, they're mentioning like this is what killed multiverses, is having like a small roster and then locking everybody else behind stuff is a terrible idea.
And then just compound that again with how niche fighting games are in general.
Yeah.
Like they're the nichest genre that I know of besides maybe RTS games. Like
I was thinking about that the other day too. And I think that's kind of wild. Like, I don't know why fighting games are so small relative to everything else. Is it just a difficulty thing? Because they're the most interesting to watch. They're the most engaging for me personally to play. They have the most skill expression.
They're abrasive to get into. Like the most abrasive to get into as a new player, like especially
because you have to want to get your ass whooped.
Like you are going to
knowing
you lose like for your first 30-50 hours, like a lot
in any fighting game. It's a whole
like you are going to cut your teeth.
There's no like easy mode really. You're just gonna lose.
Yeah, and there's nothing like they can really do about that. That's just how the game works. That's just how fighting games are.
Absolutely.
But when and like the hope, I think, is the free to play aspect, being able to draw in tons of players. But considering we don't really know how the rank system is yet, and I know from Guilty Gear, a rank system can really impact.
The rank system's coming in like 6 days.
Is it? Okay, good.
Yeah, they're releasing
because
that's what
Alpha really needs it.
Yeah, Alpha Lab 2 tested ranks. They basically copied the rank systems over. From what I understand, it's basically the same as like League's ranks. Like same tiers.
Oh no, so it's gonna take 5 years to get to the top ranks no matter how good you are.
I don't think we have to worry about that. I'm gonna be real.
Well,
let's get out of iron first.
I'm just thinking of Guilty Gear where it's like they introduced the rank system, and I'm happy about that, but it takes so many games to climb, even if you're doing well. And I don't think there's like a bonus if you go on win streaks.
Not at high rank. There's the lower ranks.
In lower ranks, there is definitely.
What's in Guilty Gear?
Yeah, in Guilty Gear.
That's
what's considered low ranked?
Probably, I think the golden lower.
Oh well, that's
yeah. Because if I remember correctly, the way it works in Guilty Gear is in certain like sets of ranks, you can't D-rank like at all. Like it won't let you go down.
I think you can't get out of gold if you get a gold.
Yeah, and then I think plat's the same, where you can't drop to gold if you hit plat. And then I think if you hit the one after diamond, you can't drop like below diamond.
It's just me in between diamond and platinum. Like, fuck you specifically. You're going back and forth. Rating update, bitch.
Yeah. I'm hoping it has a good rank system. I never played the rank system for the first alpha. I'm hoping this one is good.
The first alpha didn't have a rank system. That's what the second lab was a big test for.
Or the second. Sorry, yeah.
Yep.
That's what I meant. I hope it's good because with the amount of mechanics in the game, you're going to have a wild set of skill levels where if you have someone that doesn't know a lot of the defensive techniques and stuff or doesn't know how to use them, it's just a different game. Like some characters
it's
are just
not
going
a
to
fun game.
Yeah, you're just going to get destroyed by a Darius or a Vi who's just punching you in the face over and over and over again, and you don't know what to do.
Yeah, the amount of times when I was playing, not yesterday, but the first few days, where you just sit in the corner until you die for the most part. And even like I did lab a couple, like I'd hit a combo or two with Blitzcrank because I labbed for a tiny bit and got something I liked. It's not enough when like the Vi that I'm fighting just is doing 45 hit combos and I can touch him once, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's going to be real, man. Okay. You guys are right. New players into fighting games is hard.
It is.
It's not fun. You got to be prepared to not have fun. And then when you do start having fun, you got to deal with people who are very intent on making you not have fun with the way they act. Like,
yep. Oh, and also, there better be like a 2v2 option. Or a 1v1
like
option.
Strictly 2v2?
Yeah, strictly 2v2. Because fighting a single person when there are two of you is so brutal. Honestly, it can be so hard. Because the person that's by themselves pretty much like unless they mess something up, has a much higher odds of doing optimal combos than if two people are trying to control, the two different characters. Like they'll always cover their block strings with an assist. They'll always get those perfect combos off with their assists and everything. Like it just happens.
They're basically removing a mechanic.
Yeah.
That they don't have to deal with this mechanic anymore. So if there's like ranked 2v2 versus 1v2, that seems kind of goofy. I agree. There should be a ranked or a special 2v2 versus or two.
Yeah, just
duo
2v2
versus duo only. You got to have 4 players in the game. I'm in 100% agreement that should be a thing because I don't know why you'd ever want to play with a friend if it's always going to be worse.
Yeah. I mean, I'm enjoying the game more after actually playing with people that are more like on our skill level because those online matches were just so rough when we just kind of went in like just trying to play the game, didn't go over any of the mechanics. We were just like, we know a bit about fighting games. We'll just try it, see what happens. No.
Welcome to the dirt.
That didn't work.
Welcome to the dirt, population U.
Pretty much. That was not great. Well, and even then, there's like the pulse or the auto. I guess it'd be modern controls for Street Fighter. But like, I don't think anybody playing a fighting game really feels good about using that kind of stuff.
I mean,
new players, nobody
the
respects
actual
it.
Casual new player isn't going to give you shit if they're using auto combos or not. They just won't.
I think auto combos in fighting games are they should get rid of them. I just don't think they're a good idea at all. Like, I don't think they help anything. It just makes it so when you get to the point where you have to stop using it, now you just are back to square one, sort of.
No, they help onboarding. Like, because you can just
I've reversed my opinion on this.
Yeah, because you can just get in there and start doing cool shit. Like, that's the huge thing for keeping like someone invested in a new game, especially if they're new to the genre.
The issue that I have with them is if there's no negative for it, right? So like Street Fighter, you have the modern controls, but you do like 20% less damage or some shit, right?
Yeah.
That I think is fine because then you get and Tekken I think is the same way. because you get to a certain point where nobody's using them anymore because they're subpar, right? To be more optimal, to be competitive, you need to get better at combos. And there's that point where people are going to hit because you had fun. And you know, like you said, the fighting games are really niche and you got to do anything you can. Like the Street Fighter 6 being as big as it is kind of amazing. And part of that is due to the modern controls, I'm sure. But everybody who, you know, if you've invested enough time to get to the point where people aren't using them anymore, you got to get off modern controls yourself. So, yeah, I don't mind. They do suck when you're trying to learn real inputs and you're still fighting against people who are doing modern, because then you're like, you little cheating so and so. Like
the very funny thing is, like, I was watching like top 500 Street Fighter player talk about like try out modern for the first time. And he's like, his brain was breaking because he wasn't used to it, because to get all your moves, you have to use a modifier button, right? And so he was talking about it. And then his chat's like, don't worry, modern turns this 6-button fighting game into a weirder 6-button fighting game. because you get your light, medium, heavy, but then you have the modifier for each one, which also gives you a different proximity normal.
Yeah. I mean, I did have fun with modern for my Zangief to platinum.
No, you did that as a meme.
But it was fun because you take that 720 input and turn it into a 1-button instant grab, and the game is just something else. But we're not talking about Street Fighter. I would have to say, like, in summary, I guess, just like the positives I have is, you know, like you said, there's a lot of potential. It does get more fun the more you play. It looks nice at face value. I just don't think it feels very nice. The game feel just isn't there for me. And there's some UI problems and the starting roster and the weird, difficult but not difficult thing where I can't really see is this a game for fighting game enthusiasts or is this a game for everybody? Like, pick a side. But I want to play more. I'm going to play more today. I don't know when the beta ends.
Beta stays till the game launches.
Yep. When's the game launch?
We don't know. That's why. That's why I said
this is basically soft launch.
That's why I said it was a soft launch earlier, because it's just
cool.
Whenever the game fully comes out, they're wiping people's progress and the game's out.
Nice. Okay, so never mind. Then I'll just continue to play it. I mean, I am 100% like, I love Guilty Gear more than this, though. That's kind of where I'm at. I like Arc System, and honestly, I'm more excited for Marvel Tokon than I am for this at this point.
We were watching some gameplay of that. That game looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
it definitely looks more my speed.
Well, the other thing is, like, Tokon seems to do a 4v4. They definitely restrained it in some ways.
Is it more like 1v1 but with 3 assists and extra stuff?
Because
it's not really
there's
like a
one
4v4.
health bar. You get one health bar, right? But the thing is, like, you have to unlock your other characters as the match progresses, like through stage swapping. I forget what exactly causes them to unlock. I know, like, there's a way to not, like, do the equivalent of a wall break, right? And that's where you would get another character. He would join up. So I think you start with 2 characters and you'll eventually unlock 4 throughout the match. You're up to the 4. Yeah. So it keeps it from immediately turning into an 8-person slugfest. And
when is that? Have any news on when it's coming out or whatever? Do we have any idea?
I'm not certain. I know there was a beta going on right now. I see some.
Okay. I think that game also has a very small roster too.
Well, it's got
at least so far.
It's got 8 announced, I think. 8 characters announced, so it's almost the same size as 2XKO. And that's from the announcement trailer.
It's supposed to release next year, so.
Oh my god. Man, speaking of competition, Force 2XKO.
Yeah.
The final boss, Disney.
I mean, who knows though, because it's about staying power, right? And I think, like, honestly, I think Overwatch is coming on top of Marvel Rivals at this point. I think it's pulling through just based on player base or daily player size. And we thought, Marvel might kill Overwatch finally. But
I think it's just going to ping pong at this point where people just go back and forth. Because Marvel Rivals is still
You can
pretty
play both.
successful. Yeah, like those.
I'm
go
not
back
saying it's
3
not.
seasons.
I'm just saying I thought Overwatch would be more dead than it, but I guess you can't kill Overwatch no matter what you do to it. You can have the company be bad, you can have the Steam sales be bad, you can have the game be bad, and people will still just like, I'm Widow.
It's on cost fallacy, man. They can't. They have to do it. So many skins.
So many
so much
skins.
money.
Do you guys have any final words? Because we do want to talk a little bit about something else after this, but final thoughts.
My number one
ahead.
is like the game almost has an identity crisis in some fashions. Like the thing
Agreed.
is huge selling point for it is that it's a 2v2, like where you can play with a friend against another group. But the problem is it's balanced as a 1v1 tag fighter.
Yep.
Which is a huge problem because TODing one character is only losing 50% of a team's health, which is what they're balancing around. But in this game, it means that player's like mostly out.
Yeah.
Which
Good watch.
which leads to a very weird feeling. Because any stray hit in this game can TOD you, especially when, matchmaking just is like, is there another person playing right now?
I honestly think if they are able to keep people engaged in the game for long enough, the amount of mechanics that are currently in the game will probably pay dividends. Because I don't think there's anything wrong with the amount of stuff in the game. I think it's just rather daunting if you're first starting it out. I think I would recommend Street Fighter 6 for someone who's never played fighting games before over this game any day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but in that same breath, honestly, it's a good time to be a fighting game player.
Oh yeah.
There's so much, everything except Mortal Kombat is good. You know what I'm saying? You can make your choice of what just looks and feels the best to you, and there's a solid player base for that, depending on what side of the US you're on. If you're West Coast on Guilty Gear, get. But all the other ones seem fine. I was loading into matches in Tekken fine. I was, Street Fighter's super popular. This one, there was people playing. Tokon's going to be coming out. Everything is good. Yeah, it's just a real good time with everything being updated constantly. It's not like the older games where they're just the way they are when they come out on the disc. These are live service games now with constant updates. So I don't know. I think it's just kind of good. I as a fighting game enthusiast, I'm really happy with the situation in terms of the amount of stuff you can play in that genre right now.
Yeah. If you get into this game, do the advanced tutorials.
Yeah, 100%. Changes everything.
I mean,
Yeah,
another thing is the 2 of the fuses are locked behind tutorials.
Even despite
What does that mean?
do the advanced tutorials, please.
2 of the fuses are locked behind tutorials.
Yep. If neither person has done the freestyle and the 2x assist, you don't have them.
Yeah.
Really? Because the 2x assist is the easiest one to use.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
All right. Also, the tutorial could use a little work because there was a point where both Kyler and we both talked about it. We're like, oh yeah, that one part where we didn't know how to do a thing and it wouldn't tell us and we couldn't move on until we did.
The OTGs.
The OTGs when it switched to Darius, because my Vi died because I died in the tutorial, and then I was left with Darius to do a bunch of moves, a certain amount of this kind of move, and I didn't know how to do it. It only showed me how to do them with Vi and not Darius. So
they want you to do a wall bounce, and I was like, okay, but how do I do it with Darius? And I was like, can Darius do a wall bounce? I don't think he's actually able to do one.
I think you're able to do something that counts for the tutorial, because I was able to just mash things in the corner until it popped for me, but I don't know what it was.
He can do floor bounces, and he can hit off the ground. But I don't.
They specifically want a wall bounce where Vi's combo punch throws someone forward and they bounce off an invisible wall. They want you to do that, but I didn't know how to do it as Darius, and I was like, I don't think he can. I don't think he has anything that lets him do that.
But does the Vi assist do it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, no, I don't know. I don't know either.
Because
I was just trying to do it with the character.
I will say that I'm not a fan of OTG situations. They feel bad if you're getting hit on the ground in a game that like, oh, I'm on the ground, I'm safe. Like
hard knockdown.
it just feels bad.
My favorite thing is that hard knockdown doesn't even mean the same thing in every scenario. Because I was paying attention to it last night. But Darius forward throws, it says hard knockdown, but he can combo with his follow from his super. The X impalement where he impales them in the back and then jumps up and spins with them. That hits a hard knockdown, or the hard knockdown that you get off throw or off forward throw. Because I can see like hard knockdown pop up in the corner to let you know like that the opponent has been hard knocked down, and then it hits.
I'm trying to remember if that's intended or not.
I mean, I think it's intended specifically for him.
I'm fairly sure it is, because I think there's a few characters that can get, like, if they get a hard knockdown, it hurts. if they get that throw.
Yasuo gets a full combo off his throw.
Yeah,
which is gross. Yeah. Like you get thrown, you set the controller down for 15 seconds.
Well, yeah, there's some stuff in there that feels cheese, and I don't know if it's supposed to feel that way. Like Blitzcrank, the block string into just like command grab that you don't have to do anything. Like you literally you do the block string and then you just press command grab. No matter the distance, if they don't react to it immediately, like you get a free throw. And it's there's like in Guilty Gear, there's blocks. Is it called block stun? I don't know. Yeah. You can't grab somebody after hitting them at a certain point. Throw invulnerability. And this game does have that. I noticed it, but it's a really short window compared to Guilty Gear. And so it just feels like you can auto combo into command grab.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? I got so mad.
I think what it is what the problem with Blitzcrank is that like the active frames are active like the entire time he's running forward, right? But when he hits someone in block stun, he doesn't stop the command grab. He keeps running, so that the exact first frame that they lose the throw vulnerability, yoink, because there is somebody
they have to be holding up.
Like I didn't even see you move, to be honest. Like I didn't see you walking towards me. I just immediately got grabbed.
I think Strider's totally right. It's like the frame, the second that for throw invuln is gone, like the grab procs. If I'm in range, it's really weird.
It's because it's like the apprehend where I pull as the assist, I pull him in. There's multiple times where I pulled him in. I see him in block stun brushed up against Blitzcrank, and as soon as that block was done, yoink. Because I think it's just if you just keep holding like to run forward, it will just wait till he's active.
And it's and the thing, and I tested it. I don't have to release the like you hold the button to do the grab as he like if you hold the button down, he runs and grabs at the same time. You don't have to release it at a specific time either. As soon as it touches you, it just goes off, which feels a little cheap. But I think every character has some cheap stuff going on. That might just be the kind of game it is.
Very high power level. My favorite thing though was me telling you that I think your command grab works in the air, and then you just immediately jumped and landed it.
It's not like it's hard. It's one button. It's not like Zangief 720 input in the air. Like you just press the button and it works. So yeah, I talk as what always happens. We talk about a game and then I want to play it when we're done talking about it. I guess that's just the vibe.
For me, I just wanted like real tag teams in Guilty Gear. That's how it made me feel. I just want like something like this, but it's Guilty Gear.
I would love that.
The garbage that they made. Well, I shouldn't say garbage. That's mean.
What do you mean? 3v3 is fantastic. Very competitive. Right, boss Potemkin.
It's garbage. It's garbage. Infinite sustain, infinite damage. Potemkin.
He's healing more than they're damaging him. They can't win this. Potemkin, I've come to bargain.
Dormammu, let me out.
Heavenly.
Well, I mean, and Tokon isn't supposed to be like the same thing where it's because I don't. Is there any other games where there's 2v2 that's 2 players or 4 players? Excuse me. Is this specific to 2XKO?
I think, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. So,
because it's the #1 selling point to me for this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when
But
you
it's
get
gotta be-
two, like a team of two versus a team of two, it's a fun game. Like I think the most frustrated we've ever been is when we're fighting one guy that clearly knows what he's doing and we just get destroyed. Like
Yeah.
that's when the game is the least amount of fun.
I don't-
But even if we're fighting like a duo that is really good, it still feels more fair because at least
They drop stuff.
yeah, like
You
they
guys
mess
must have
up
run-
sometimes because that's just how it goes.
You didn't run into the duo we did. We ran into a duo that did not drop a single goddamn thing in 10 games.
Oh,
Like it was like literally the solo person we fought beforehand was easier to deal with than this duo because they were just covering each other. Also,
Yeah, that's
it's
fine
all-
because like that's very difficult. Like it's not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of time to be able to do that.
also just when someone gets tagged in, now you're dealing with an entirely different play style, and like the tempo of the match changes very quickly.
you had the two players that were whooping your ass. I had one guy who was obviously playing with like his brand new friend, and he would just mess around until he came in, and then I would lose every game, and it felt bad too.
Are you talking about the one with the Yasuo?
I don't remember. I might have been at Darius. It might have happened more than once actually, where somebody
think
played
so.
like yeah. The Yasuo played like garbage, and then the Darius would just come in and clean everything up. All right.
Oh, yeah. No, I think the game is fun. Dude, you just gotta try to remember and digest all these different mechanics in the game and try to use them because man, is there a lot.
One thing is the training is like display is terrible. I do want to mention that. Oh, it's so bad.
The display, like, what do you mean?
Like the data you're given, not great because like when I'm doing my level 3, right? The game tells me it's active on frame 139. It's the first active frame, and then it lasts for 390. Like this isn't helpful.
What do you mean?
Like why are
Sounds helpful
why
to
are you
me.
counting the super flash? I want to know how many frames it is when it hits. Also,
Weren't you having issues too with like it reading your inputs?
yeah, it's slightly better, but no. Also, the command interpreter is terrible. I do not.
Yeah.
It because like as I was showing with Fred and Move playing, is I had really sloppy like light plus medium inputs, right, to dash, and like I like it up in the command hit input history like you can see where I've misinputted 3 or 4 times. Didn't get a single normal. She had completely clean inputs, like the entire input history, and still got like a standing normal, a standing medium, and it's just like, what? Like the own game, like what the game is showing us in terms of like input history shows that this is scuffed. Also, my doorbell just rung. I will also be right back.
I heard.
Oh
that.
no. Oh no.
I'm back though. Were we still talking about?
Some of the
2XKO?
other issues with 2XKO. Yeah.
Well, this might just be a 2XKO podcast. I don't
The whole
feel
thing.
like we're
From
already
now
an
on.
hour. It might be. Yeah.
Just 2XKO.
Yeah. I don't really know if I have much else to say. I
I think that's pretty much it. We got to put some more time into it as well. That's the other thing.
That's the big thing because we really didn't. I honestly like the time that I put into it. It's like I said, it's been the least easy to get into for me out of all the fighting games. And I would play for like 20 minutes, half an hour, and then just be done and feel terrible every time I turned it on. So I guess I would suggest that if you're trying to get into this game, get a friend and just fight each other brand new. Like that would be, or a friend of a similar skill level and just learn together. Which, you know, being a duo game, that kind of makes sense. But like before going into lobbies and stuff, like just mess around with a friend a lot. That makes it way more fun. Way more fun.
It does. Like fighting people that know what they're doing and fighting games in general is generally not great unless you already have that mindset of you're just about to get whooped for the next 3 hours.
And it takes time too, because I remember I went back with Strider to play Dragon Ball, and I was Super Saiyan God. Like I was pretty high up there in ranks, like nearing the higher ranks when I was into it. And then after I forgot how to play, I came back, and it felt terrible. Just getting my ass beaten, not understanding what's going on. It feels worse. The only other feeling I can attribute it close to is League, obviously, where you just lose for 40 minutes straight sometimes. It's not, it feels bad. I don't think there's too many other games that have this like terrible losing feel bad moment that fighting games tend to have.
Yeah.
Which is why I guess they're so competitive and people get so angry.
The other thing I do kind of appreciate about 2XKO2 is the Juggernaut fuse kind of just enabling you to, like, if you don't want to learn two characters, like, you don't have to. You could just use that, so you just play as your one guy, and then you could just play the game. That's kind of a nice option.
Yeah, it's supposed to be training wheels.
Yeah,
it's
a nice
option.
Another one that's
Sidekick.
Isn't there another one that's fairly similar?
Sidekick, yep. Which is apparently
and
very.
What's the difference, really?
Sidekick is very similar to how it works in Mortal Kombat, from what I understand.
Never played, just heard it's bad.
I know, like, one of the big things is that, like, you could the person who isn't like active still gets to do their assists and everything. Instead of Juggernaut, where they're just not allowed to do anything. They also like have a rhythm thing where they can hit and press buttons in time with when the point person is getting hit, I think, to lower damage. I'm not sure on the specifics. I've never tried out Sidekick.
Oh, it's just some weird Guilty Gear 3v3 nonsense. Here's some weird stuff you can do, but you don't get to play the game, really.
We should try it. We should try and see what happens.
We will. We should. This might just be a 2XKO podcast. Do you have any other final words, really? I don't know.
They really need to make a way or introduce more tutorials about some of this stuff, because there's still so many things about the game that I just do not realize exist. Like it's
what?
kind of crazy.
He doesn't know they don't exist. They exist.
Like, no, there's stuff.
Well, like I was reading on the Riot website, like the Juggernaut fuse has a mechanic that allows you to force the other opponent into the game.
Yeah.
Like it forces them to tag.
Yeah, it has a snap feature because it's what replaces your tag launcher.
Yeah, I think everybody would be in agreement that the tutorial needs to be a little bit more robust.
What do you mean?
There's too many mechanics, and also there's like this drift mechanic too that they kind of tell you about. I don't know what it does though, to be honest with you.
The super jump drift?
Yeah, what does that do?
It messes with your air jumps, so like you can fall slower, fall faster, or adjust slightly. So that like you can mix up. You can like basically call out someone trying to anti-air you.
Yeah, it would be for like that or combo specific routes where you have to super jump and move forward a bit to continue the combo, something like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
This is a game for people who want to lab 100%.
Oh my gosh. There's just so much, and like trying to figure out like why I would use certain things can be kind of frustrating in this game. Like they tell me like what this does, but I don't know like what situations I'm going to be in where I need to use this or why. Can take a while to figure out.
Yeah, no, my favorite was when we were playing last night is Fliz would always get backed up in the corner and start using retreating guard.
I was gonna say that. I was like, I'm using the block that it told me to use. What am I supposed to do here? Obviously, this isn't the answer, but I don't know what the answer is.
Retreating guard is not the right thing. Retreating guard isn't supposed to use with your back against the wall.
I'm using it like it's faultless from Guilty Gear because I don't really understand it.
The tutorial doesn't tell you that lows counter retreating guard. If you try to retreat guard a low,
it does.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
It just in the paragraph that it kind of like pops up.
Oh, is that why?
It's either you're snuffing out the retreating guard or it's like the retreating guard, and then it like says in parentheses under it that lows it doesn't block low.
Oh, maybe that's why I missed it.
It mentions it.
Oh yeah, no, but
what are you supposed to do in the corner besides parry? Is parry your only option? Or push block?
Parry, push block. If you actually get hard knocked down, you can roll through them. That's it.
Oh, okay. So I needed my teammate to push block for me.
I think it's soft knockdown because I think hard knockdown. I don't think you can tech, right? You can't roll.
No, you can't.
Yeah, so soft knockdown. Yeah, you need your teammate to help you.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
That's why when we were playing, that's why I asked Sleepy because he did it a couple times for you. Like he definitely push block, and I was like, do you know how to push block? Because he wasn't doing it for me at all, and I didn't know if he just didn't know how to do it or what.
I heard. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. It wasn't just me feeling like I was helpless. I was missing a part of the game. Okay, that makes sense. That's all right. We're all learning. I don't think he did the tutorial either, so he might just be playing. We're all trying out new characters and stuff, so whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping they add some new characters because maybe I'll like Teemo. I do like Teemo in the game. He's this little guy.
You just want Yumi so you can set the controller down.
Where's Bard? I need Bard. That's what I want.
Like, how do you even make Teemo work in this game? He's gonna be big. He's got to be like Echo sized.
His first special turns off the opponent's monitor. They can do it.
Yeah, how do you include if you stay still long enough, you turn invisible in a fighting game?
Well, they just can't see you. Like you could see yourself because they're different screens, right?
Nah. The best idea I saw was that there should be a jungler fuse, right? Where you just randomly get thrown into someone else's game for like 5 seconds. You just queue up as
I want a character who their ultimate is just it boots up League of Legends on their computer.
The ultimate level 3, it just shuts off Vanguard.
You press the wrong button, it subscribes you to the Cassidon subreddit.
No. Take you straight to Dark and Fold.
All right. Are we good? Do we?
I'm good.
Do you guys feel like continuing, or are we good?
I'm good.
I think we're good.
We're already past an hour.
Yeah. All right, beautiful. We're going to talk a little bit about Borderlands, but just real quick. I've heard it's better than 3, in almost every way. Which I like to hear.
So gameplay is very good, probably the best in the series. The new movement options are very good. The characters don't make me want to take a cheese grater to my skull, except for Claptrap, but that's always been his thing, so I'm willing to give him a pass for being an obnoxious character. But no, I don't know if the writing's good or just inoffensive right now. Like I don't know, because the bar was really low for me after 3, but we're up to
I think that was
we're up to the point where they're not actively hampering the experience.
Okay, that's good, because 2 was like exceptional. I'm sure there's YouTube videos about Borderlands 2 wasn't as good as you remember. Shut up. It was good. It was really good when we were playing it. 3 was not it and ruined it for the future. But that being said, nothing will ever be as bad as the movie. So if that's the bar, we're good. I cannot I've heard people argue that the Borderlands 3, it's got good points and the writing's not as bad as you remember it. Fine, whatever. Don't ever try to argue with me that the Borderlands movie was anything worth watching ever. That was the worst. I can't. I've watched all the video game movies. That's easily the worst by far, by a mile.
I'm trying to think if there is a worse video game movie.
No, there isn't.
What about that Street Fighter one?
No, which one? The
one with the garbage lady.
That was Tekken.
Was that Street Fighter?
That was
Tekken. It was Tekken.
Get your fighting. We were talking about fighting games and you f***ed it up.
I know.
Yes, I would rather watch Tekken again than watch. At least I got some laughs out of Tekken. Borderlands was supposed to be funny and I didn't laugh at all.
Was that how bad was that Assassin's Creed movie?
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one. I've heard that's boring as all get out.
Yeah,
so that might be the winner.
But that's we haven't seen it, but I also haven't seen a bad video game movie come up for that. So it's probably
we should watch a video game movie next time you guys have some time, and then we'll drop a little 20-minute review and just rail on it. We'll watch Assassin's Creed.
I just Googled it and it looks like a Monty Python movie. This is great.
I haven't seen this.
There's no way.
I haven't seen the Super Mario Bros. Movie from the 90s.
Oh,
that's a
That was-
masterpiece.
yeah, that's like, it's not a good movie, but it's fun to watch. There's
it
something
is.
happening on the screen at all times.
It just, that movie will haunt my dreams forever. I will never forget that movie.
No, yeah, like it was a weird.
There's a Far Cry
Like-
movie.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know. Anyway, maybe we'll talk about movies soon. Until then, thank you so much for joining us as we talk about 2XKO. Leave a rating wherever you're listening to this. We really appreciate that. It gets us motivated, like a like or a 5 stars on whatever. Y'all are wonderful, and we appreciate that. If you have any questions or comments, shoot us an email at giantenemycrabpod@gmail.com. And I think that's pretty much it. You gave me last time because my outro was too long. So goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
That was a lot better this time, Fliz.